Hi and welcome back to Get the Gloss. Today I'm going to talk to you about Botox. Now, I have had Botox in the past. Sorry mum, I have. My mum will freak out. But mum, it's okay. It's alright. It's okay. I look okay. But basically, I'm not really that sure if I like Botox or I don't. And it's a bit of a tricky subject because I think people are having basically way too much Botox. And the cleverest Botox is the Botox that you can't really see. The best Botox is the Botox where you look at someone and you think, wow, they look rested and they look like they've been on holiday. What have they had done? That's the best Botox, and you don't know it's Botox. That shiny, frozen forehead is absolutely not a good look. It just makes you look weird. It doesn't make you look young. I think it just makes you look weirder, and I wish people would stop doing it. I think people are also really scared about Botox, and I've been speaking to a few doctors about it to try and sort of get to the bottom of whether there are any regulations about Botox. Last year there was something called the Keogh Report, which was basically looking into something that would provide a sort of standard for it, because currently it seems that whilst it's meant to be administered by doctors, nurses and surgeons, I believe, it's not being, and people aren't sticking to the guidelines. And despite this Keogh report, which was going to bring in a regulation and training for Botox people, apparently this isn't actually happening yet, and so people who are really serious about Botox are actually quite cross. But I spoke to a really great guy called Dr. Jeff Mullen. He runs a place called Medicetics in London, and they're the people that gave me Botox. They called it baby Botox, which isn't for babies, but it's tiny little amounts that you can barely see you've had done. I haven't got any at the moment. You can tell because I can frown, I can smile, I haven't got anything on my face. But yeah, Dr. Jeff Mullen is a very, very safe pair of hands. And he said to me, if you're looking for Botox, there are a couple of places that you can look on the internet that will provide a sort of guide as to the best people around the country. I made a few notes. One of the best places is called BCAM. So on the internet, if you type in BCAM, which stands for the British College of Aesthetic Medicine, they recommend registered and licensed doctors. So that's really great. What you do is type in your postcode and it will find the best qualified practitioner near you. So that's very important. Another interesting website, if they've ever had anything that's gone slightly wrong, or you've had a cosmetic procedure that wasn't right, there is a website called IHAS in capitals, which stands for Independent Healthcare Advisory Service. Now they're actually starting up a certain training scheme that will give people a certificate to do Botox. So there are things happening. You've still got to be very careful about who you choose to do your Botox. I would highly recommend Geoffrey Mullen. He works with another lady called Dr. Vicky Dondos, and they run this company called Medicetics. So I asked him, quite a few questions about Botox, and I said, what was the biggest thing that you would say to look out for if someone goes to somebody for Botox? Because it can be really, really scary. And he said, if they try to push you into it, then absolutely don't do it, because it might be that they're just trying to get the cash off you. Now, Jeff Mullen actually, they turn people away, and if people come to them and they want that really, really frozen look, or they want those massive Angelina Jolie lips, or they walk in with a picture of Angelina Jolie and say, I want these cheekbones, and he actually says he turns them away because that's not their style. They're into doing very unnoticeable Botox, and they also do fillers, but fillers so that they are also unnoticeable. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of fillers, I'll be totally honest, so I'm not going to talk about that, but Botox, I think, can be really effective if it's used in very small doses. If you have a practitioner who literally freezes your forehead, that's really, really ridiculous, because freezing your forehead is not something that's going to de-age you. It's just going to make you look weird. So you need to have it, the practitioner needs to look at your face, see how your face moves, because obviously not everyone's face moves the same, and apply Botox accordingly. Now, if you've never had Botox before, what you can expect is it doesn't kick in straight away. It takes 3 to 5, sometimes up to 10 days to work properly. Jeff Mullen said that actually it can take up to 2 weeks to take full effect. You can also expect, if you've never had it before, that if you have a line, they will inject along the muscle. They won't inject along the line, but the muscle to stop it moving. And you can expect, say, 1, 2, 3 or 4 injections along each line. So you might end up with, you know, like 15 or more injections actually in your face when you have Botox. Don't be alarmed by that. That's actually quite normal. What else? Yeah, the best work, like Jeff said to me, is the work that's invisible. If you can't see that a person's had it done, that you just think they look rested, then that's the best work. The bad work, it's the bad work that makes it into the newspapers. So I'm not saying I'm like promoting Botox, because part of me, when I had it done, I liked it. I thought I looked in the mirror and I looked less tired, even though I felt really tired, which was quite amazing. Did it make me look younger? I don't know. When I first had it done, a friend of mine noticed it, which worried me. I don't like looking like I've had anything done, but as it wears off a bit, I think it's less harsh. Yeah, Dr. Mullen also said to me, if you go to a clinic and they take pictures of your face before and after, then that's probably a sign of quite a good clinic. And Dr. Mullen said he also insists that people come back, and he works with people on an ongoing basis, because Botox isn't something that works for everyone. And he also explained to me that there are certain lines on your face, like that go maybe across the cheeks, that are very difficult to eradicate or fix, because you end up freezing your cheeks and it ends up affecting your smile, etc, etc. So Botox can really help with lines. That's what it does, and it wears off after about 3 or 4 months. One of the biggest myths, actually, he said to me, was that if you had more, it would last longer. That's not actually the case, he said. So even if you have just a tiny bit of baby Botox, like he said to me, like a couple of bits here, a couple of bits here, like I had, then it doesn't necessarily, that might last just as long as if you had tons put in your face. So, but my biggest recommendation is to go on somebody else's recommendation. If you have a friend who's had it done, and they really like that person and they really trust that person, then I would definitely go with that person, but make sure that it's a proper clinic, that it's professional, that it's not some like party with Botox, you know, like hen party where someone's coming along, whipping out some Botox from their handbag. That's not great. So yeah, please be careful, and if you need any advice, please email us at Get the Gloss, and all the information of everything I've said will be below this vlog. Thanks, bye!